What's up, YouTube? TPO3 back here again with another tier list video. This time I'm going to be doing the different starter Pokemon. If you like what you see here, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below the video. Ring the bell, all the good stuff. But otherwise, let's just dive right into it. So, we got all the starter Pokemon down here for our tier list. I'm going to be looking at this kind of as like the full Evo line rather than just the individual starter Pokemon, just in case anyone is curious for how this ranking goes. So we'll just start right at the beginning here. We got Grookey, one of the Sword and Shield starter Pokemon. I actually like Sword and Shield quite a bit as a game. Grookey was the starter I actually chose. I was a member of the Grookey gang, but by the end of the game, I kind of wished I had chosen one of the other two. I wasn't as big on Rillaboom as I was on Grookey, which is kind of weird because I'm like a musician and Rillaboom's like a drummer. But we'll start Grookey right down here in the C tier. I think he's a pretty average starter. He's not a bad starter. I did not hate Grookey. Just wasn't my favorite, you know. If I could redo Sword and Shield, would I pick Scorbunny over Grookey? Probably. Would I pick Scorbunny over Inteleon? Don't think so. So we'll put Scorbunny in the same tier. From a competitive standpoint, this is actually a really cool Pokemon, but like when playing through the games, you don't get access to like the hidden abilities and all the cool stuff. So we'll just leave it down in C tier, as if we're doing a casual playthrough here. Sobble, the Sobble squad, I'll probably put Sobble in B tier. Words are hard today. I put Sobble in B tier. I like Inteleon a fair amount. It really grew on me as a Pokemon. And I would probably choose Sobble if I did Sword and Shield today. Next time I get to play through Sword and Shield, I'll probably do Sobble. Next one. Cyndaquil. Ooh. Cyndaquil. So Cyndaquil, funny story. Cyndaquil was kind of like my first starter, but it also kind of wasn't my first starter. I got Pokemon Gold version when I was in like kindergarten or whatever. And Totodile was the first one that I actually chose, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So I like played the game for like an hour. I caught like 5 Pidgeys because I took Catch 'em All literally, and I thought I had to catch every single Pokemon I saw. And then I forgot to save the game, so I had to restart over. And when I started over, I actually picked Cyndaquil instead of Totodile. So this is the first one I actually completed a Pokemon game with. So I'll put Cyndaquil. It's definitely at least an A for me. I put him up in A+. Let's put him in A+ for now. I like Cyndaquil a fair amount. It's one of my favorite starters. Tepig, we're gonna throw it down here in D tier. I wasn't a huge fan of the black and white games, and Tepig is probably not my favorite starter in that generation. I didn't really like any of them all that much, but Tepig was not my favorite. Squirtle. I played Generation 2 before I played Generation 1. I like those starters a lot more than Generation 1's. Squirtle is the one I usually choose when I play through Generation 1. I'll put Squirtle in A tier, I think. I like Squirtle a fair amount. Also a playable Smash character. Fun fact. You play Pokemon Trainer. Piplup. I like Piplup a lot, too. I think I'll put Piplup in the same tier as Cyndaquil. I'll put Piplup in A+. I like all 4 of the Generation 4 starter Pokemon a lot. 3 and 4 favorite starters. I like all 3 of them. You just cannot go wrong with any of those starter Pokemon. I'll put Piplup up in A+. I like Piplup for playing through the games, and there's also a really fun Empoleon deck when I first started playing the trading card game. So I have fond memories of Piplup for that reason too. So put Piplup up in A+. Froakie. I like Froakie a lot. Froakie's a little cutie. Greninja's a cool Pokemon. Do I like Froakie more than Sobble? I like him the same amount as I like Squirtle. I think I do. I'll put Froakie up here in A. I like Froakie a lot. Froakie's a cool Pokemon. Greninja is a cool Pokemon too. Mudkip. If you guys saw we had Ben, aka Choco, do like a reaction to my video game tier list. If you saw that, you know I love the Generation 3 video games. So you know that I love Mudkip. Mudkip is S tier for me. Mudkip is probably my favorite starter. I've put the most hours by far into Pokemon Emerald version, and Mudkip is like one of my Pokemon that I use when I'm trying to go through the Battle Frontier. So definitely gotta put Mudkip all the way up in S tier for sure. It's like the gold standard. As I mentioned before, Totodile was the first starter I picked, although I didn't complete the game with Totodile. I'd probably put Totodile in A tier with Squirtle and Froakie. I like Totodile a lot. Playing with Gold, Silver, and Crystal is always awkward with Totodile because, like, Water is a special attack in that game, and Ice are special attacks in that game. And for Alligator, it's really high physical attack, so it doesn't actually do that much damage. They fixed that in Generation 4. You just teach it Waterfall, and you just go to town. But, it's always a little awkward in Gen 2 playing through with that Pokemon. But I like Totodile. Snivy. No comment. Oshawott. Not a Snivy fan. Oshawott is the one I do like from Gen 5. I actually think it's okay. I'd probably put Oshawott in C tier with Scorbunny and Grookey. I think it's a fine starter Pokemon. Samurott is my my go-to if I was ever to play through Black and White again. Trico. Once again, I love the Gen 3 game, so Trico is going to be up high for me. I think I put Trico in A+ tier with these Pokemon here. Like I said, you can't go wrong with any of the Gen 3 starter Pokemon. Trico is really neat because it learns so many different moves as Sceptile. You get the elemental punches, you can go Earthquake, you can go Leech Seed Substitute. It's a cool Pokemon, and Trico is really, really sick. Popplio from Sun and Moon. Popplio actually grew on me quite a bit. When I first started Sun and Moon, I actually didn't like Popplio at all. This is probably my least favorite of the starters. I liked Rowlet the most. And I think I've done a complete 180. Popplio is probably my favorite one now. I'll put Popplio up in B tier, actually, with Sobble. I think Water Fairy is a really cool typing for Primarina. Popplio is so adorable. It's so cute. I'll put it up there with Sobble. I like it. Litten. Litten is a cute little cat. I don't know. Incineroar and VGC has kind of ruined this Pokemon a little bit for me. It's so omnipotent in, like, all the VGC formats it's been in. I'll probably put Litten down in C. I'll put it down in D tier, honestly. I'm not a huge Incineroar fan. I wasn't huge on it before. I think Fire Dark is a cool typing, but I don't know. Something about Incineroar's design just kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit. It's not my favorite. If you're an Incineroar fan, I apologize. Charmander. Charmander's going to be up there for me. I do like playing Fire Red and Leaf Green a fair amount. I think it's between A and B. Do I like it on the same? I like it more than Sobble and Popplio. I think I'll put it here in A tier. These guys. I like Charmander quite a bit. Charmander's a cool Pokemon. Charizard, of course, is cool. Everyone loves Charizard. It's one of the most popular Pokemon in the world. I do like Squirtle just a little bit more than Charmander, so we'll keep Charmander behind Squirtle here. But I like Charmander a fair amount still. It's got to be up there in A for me. The last of the 3rd gen starters. Once again, you cannot go wrong with any of these. Torchic. I like Torchic more than I like Charmander and Squirtle. I like Torchic as much as I like Cyndaquil. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. Torchic's up there in A+ for me. Top-notch starter. Torchic itself is adorable. And then, like, Blaziken and Combusken are cool, too, being fire fighting. Of course, they did a lot of fire fighting types for the fire starters, but it's, you know, it's fine. I like Torchic the most out of all of them, I think. Chikorita. Chikorita kind of holds a special place in my heart, actually. Chikorita, it's, again, a Gen 2 Pokemon, which is when I started playing. I'm actually going to put Chikorita up here in A+. Kind of a hot take, because Meganium's not the most popular. Everyone likes Cyndaquil and Totodile. Nobody likes Chikorita. Chikorita actually was, they ran a poll in Japan and it got voted the most useless starter Pokemon. So rest in peace, Chikorita. I actually like Chikorita for that exact reason, though. If you play through the... not an S tier. If you play through the 2nd generation games and you want a challenge, play through with Chikorita. It's playing through the games on hard mode. I did the math. Chikorita is type disadvantaged against, I think, 6 of 8 gym leaders, and then like 4 of 5 Elite Four, and then like all of Team Rocket and like all of your rivals' team. So you're playing the game on hard mode if you go with Chikorita, pretty much. So I actually enjoy doing that a lot. I think Ash, if I remember correctly, didn't Ash have a Bayleaf in the anime, if I remember right? Bulbasaur. I think we'll put Bulbasaur here in B tier. I'm not as high on Bulbasaur as I am on Squirtle and Charmander. It's fine. I think Bulbasaur's fine. I like it about as much as I like Popplio and Sobble. I like it a lot, but it's not quite up here with these ones. Turtwig, hot take of the video. Putting Turtwig up in S tier with Mudkip. The only other one in S tier. I love Turtwig. Torterra is one of my favorite final forms for a starter Pokemon. It is so fun to use a Pokemon where you got Grass type as your main type for all the resistances, but then you can just spam Earthquake at people. It's so fun. Like, using a ground type that's not just getting wrecked by surf or waterfall or whatever. It's so nice and refreshing. You can hit fire types with Earthquake. You're probably slower than them, but you get to hit them. If you live the hit, you hit them and you demolish them. It's great. So I love Turtwig. I meme Turtwig a lot. I call it Torterror with my friends instead of Torterra because it's terror on the battlefield. But I love Turtwig. It's up there with Mudkip for me. One of my favorite Pokemon for sure. Fennekin. Probably gonna put it down here in D. I'm not huge on the XY starters. Definitely not Fennekin. I kind of forgot that I always forget the XY starters exist until they're like in front of me, and I'm like, oh yeah, Chespin and Fennekin are Pokemon. Just, you know, everyone talks about Froakie, not about the other two. But I'm not a huge on Fennekin. I'll put it down in D tier. Chespin will join Snivy down in E tier. Chespin's probably the lowest for me. I'm not huge on Chespin. Definitely got it below Snivy. It's not my favorite starter. Chimchar, the last of the 4th generation. Like I said, you can't really go wrong with any of the 4th generation. Piplup, Turtwig, and Chimchar are all really good. I'm gonna put it here in B tier with Sobble and Popplio and Bulbasaur. I like Chimchar. It's fun to use in Fernape. Firefighting. Very offensive. Paper-thin defenses, so it makes matches a little stressful. It's a fun one to use. I like Infernape. Last one for me, Rowlet. I was all over Rowlet as a starter at first for Sun and Moon, because owls are my favorite animal. Rowlet's a little owl. The more I played through Sun and Moon, I think Popplio surpassed Rowlet as my favorite in that generation. Do I want this in the same tier as Popplio, or do I want this one below? I think I want it one below. I'm going to put it in C tier. I'm not quite as high on this as I am on like Chimchar, Sobble, Popplio, Bulbasaur. Not quite on the same level for me. I put it in C tier. Good Pokemon. Fun to use. Grass Ghost is a pretty unique typing. But it was, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite Pokemon. By the time I got to the end of the game, I was kind of over it. So I'd say it's about here with the other ones. So that's my tier list. You can kind of see the bias, heavy bias towards, you know, 3rd and 4th generation because I grew up playing those games, and 2nd generation too because they're my first games, but some other ones made it up there. Froakie's up there, Turtwig up in S tier with Mudkip. Some of the later ones are down here a lot, but this was fun to do. I'm definitely looking forward to doing more tier lists like this. If you like what you see here, click the like button down below the video. Hit subscribe, all of that good stuff, and you'll get notified whenever we post a new video here on this channel. Maybe we can get one of the other Not Jeffs in here to do a reaction to this one. Ooh, that would be fun. But until next time, thank you for watching, and this is TPO3, aka Sean, signing off.